Yaya's First Day of Kindergarten is a children's book about a young girl who's afraid to go to kindergarten. Today, I talked with the author of the book, Tamarind Washington, for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Tamarind Washington, welcome to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. I know that you are a devoted wife to your husband, Rodney, and obviously a loving mother to your daughter, Tamiyah. And now you, as a native of Charleston, is a published author of your first children's book. It's called Yaya's First Day of Kindergarten, which is basically about a young girl who's afraid to go to kindergarten. Who is Tamarind these days?
Well, these days, Tamarind is, like you said, a devoted wife, a mother, a happy person, and right now, a published author.
You from being a wife and a mother to now being a published author.
Well, the journey was pretty good. I've been looking forward to publishing my book. I didn't think that it would happen, but I persevered and got through it.
And how did you persevere with this particular book?
Well, I first got the thought of writing this book from my daughter. I actually used the experience that she was going through at the time, expressing how scared she was to start kindergarten and basically get out in the world for her. So I used her personal experience to give me the idea of writing this particular book.
And I know that obviously you are a former preschool teacher, and you currently are a stay-at-home home mom with your daughter. How did you approach this particular book from a teacher and a mother's perspective?
Well, being with preschool kids, you basically get in their mind and you kind of understand their language after a while. So I just kind of thought back to what my kids would say, what they would think, and I went from that perspective. And like I said, with my daughter, I just kind of went with personally what she was telling me and how scared she was to start kindergarten. So that definitely helped me put my book into words.
When did Yaya became terrified of starting kindergarten?
When she knew that it was coming up, right when she was done with preschool, she knew the next step was starting kindergarten, and she had me basically as a teacher at her school. I was there with her, so the going from seeing me every day to starting kindergarten and not seeing me, that kind of really amplified her fear of starting kindergarten basically alone.
How did you attack those fears as a mother and as a teacher?
Well, I told her, you're very outgoing, so I know you have no issues making friends. That's what she does all the time. She'll just go to the park and quickly make her friends. So I'm like, be yourself. Be your silly, crazy self. Be nice to other kids, and everything will come natural. You'll have fun. It's just like preschool, just a little bit more stuff to do.
And what more stuff did she have to do when she actually got to kindergarten?
Well, for her, she did not end up going to kindergarten because the pandemic started.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I put her into virtual school, so she actually missed the opportunity to start kindergarten, but she will be in second grade coming up, and she will be in school. So maybe I need to write a book called Yaya's First Day of Second Grade.
And has she been able, I know because she went to virtual school, was she able to become friends with a lot of the kids there?
Yes, her teacher actually gives them like a chat time where they could talk outside of school for about an hour and play games together. And they were just playing red light, green light yesterday via the computer. So she's still able to make friends.
Wow. And what is it like for you emotionally to have this going on in the present tense of her being in kindergarten and obviously you writing this book?
Emotionally, I feel great about it. I think this really helped her a lot. And she even said she did get to visit school for like a day to kind of test it out. And she was like, Mom, you're right. The things that you wrote in the book is basically what we do. She was like, so I feel better. So, that made me as a mom feel good about myself and proud that I was able to help her in that way.
And what did Yaya think of kindergarten before obviously going to school?
Well, she thought that it was a scary place. Like she
Mm.
thought that she would be too shy and you know missing me too much. But after she got to experience it for just that one day, she saw that it's not really much different from preschool. You make friends, you have fun, you get to know your teacher, and you have a good day.
Yeah, and how did you connect school to home for Yaya?
Well, I connected school from home. From being a preschool teacher, I know that I have to keep her going and make sure she's paying attention. That was a big thing for us. Me checking on her, just making sure she's paying attention and not being distracted by things going on in the house. So I would keep the TV off, nothing on, and just sit on the couch and watch her do her thing.
And I know that obviously she went to kindergarten virtually, but how did you and Yaya practice saying goodbye from preschool to saying hello to kindergarten?
I told her, wake up happy, get your breakfast, get your backpack, give me a hug and a kiss, and get ready to start your day.
And before writing and publishing this children's book, Miss Tammy, did you read a book together about starting kindergarten with Yaya?
Yes, we did a lot of reading with the Judy Blume books and Amber Brown Wants Extra Credit, just a lot of other children's book to kind of get a feel for it.
And I know you talked a little bit about some of this earlier, but how did you try to minimize your own anxiety about Yaya going to kindergarten?
Oh yeah, I was a little scared myself. I thought that I wouldn't be ready, just kind of putting her out there, and like I said, her not being used to not seeing me every day. So I had to calm myself down. So writing this book helped me as well. I know what she's going to go through in kindergarten, so that helped me
And
a lot.
oh yeah, and how did you actually identify Yaya's anxiety?
I identify her anxiety by just her verbally telling me she don't think she's ready and she's so scared, and I just try to comfort her whenever she expresses her fears. I let her know everything's gonna be fine and you're a smart girl, you'll figure it out.
And how did Yaya finally have faith in her teachers?
For some reason, she always becomes a teacher's pet, so I always get calls from her teacher letting her know that Tamiyah is so well behaved and she listens so well and she's so sweet to other kids. So yeah.
And how did you finally, as a mother, found that faith in those teachers?
Well, I know teachers are, there to do their job. They're always sweet to the kids. They have that kind of built in them. That's why they are teachers. So I definitely feel confident in whatever teacher she gets.
And were you able to? I know it's still virtual, obviously, with some of these schools, but were you able to send along, say, a favorite comfort object with Yaya to school?
Well, when she do start second grade, I don't know if you'll be able to bring anything with you now with the new protocols or whatever, but I can let her keep a doll in the car or something like that to comfort her before she gets inside school.
And so, did you put a time limit on your on how long her anxiety and your anxiety would actually take?
No, I didn't put a time limit on it, but I knew it wouldn't be too long. As long as I talked to her and let her know it's going to be great, I knew the anxiety wouldn't last too long for her.
And so, what is her definition of kindergarten now?
Her definition of kindergarten now is having fun. That's what she's all about. She makes games out of everything. Like I say, she makes friends. So now she's just thinking of kindergarten as a fun place.
A fun place. And how do you describe kindergarten as a preschool former preschool teacher?
The same way, a fun place, a place to learn, a place to watch the kids develop. It's pretty amazing actually watching the kids develop from not being able to talk, and then within a couple of months they're talking, they're dancing, they're singing. It's pretty amazing to watch.
And how was it? how was it amazing for you to watch Yaya develop to who she is right now?
Oh, it's crazy, like seeing how, how she used to be quiet and
Mm.
reserved to now just talking, dancing, singing, doing gymnastics. She wants to do everything now. So just watching her
Wow.
develop, and she's basically like a little adult now, really.
And what is it like for her to see her face and see her name on the cover of a children's book?
Oh, she's so proud. Like everywhere we go, we could be in the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, and she goes, "Do you want me to tell the worker that you have a book for them to check it out?" So she's very proud. She's told her teachers and friends, and wherever she goes, she mentions it. So she's excited.
And how did Yaya help you bring this story to life?
She definitely helped me with just the idea. I started a whole series called Yaya's World. So whatever she's going through in life is what I'm going to write about. So my next book is going to be called Yaya's Stubborn Tooth. So I'll be talking about her, trying to get her tooth out because that was a very important milestone in her life. So
Yeah, absolutely. I
yeah,
can understand that. Woo. And how did you dealt with that particular anxiety?
that was another experience. Her being anxious to get her tooth out, but it was taking too long. So
Mm.
I tried to pull it out, and that scared her so much. And just certain things with her just scares her. So that was definitely an experience.
Wow. Wow. And this might be a silly, redundant question, but what does Yaya's first day of kindergarten really mean to you?
It means to me that she's growing up, like I said, transitioning from preschool to basically becoming like a kid, from a toddler to a kid, and get to watch her grow up and learn new things.
And what new things do you want to learn next as an author, as a mother, and as obviously a member in the community?
I definitely want to learn different marketing skills, how to get the word out there about my book, and how to branch off with businesses, making shirts and dolls and things like that. And basically just following my daughter's journey and getting new ideas to keep writing.
And what will continue to keep you writing?
Just life, just everyday life, things that she goes through on a daily, or things that I know she will go through. That's just going to keep me writing.
That is really amazing. And how can we purchase Yaya's first day of kindergarten?
You can purchase Yaya's First Day of Kindergarten on Amazon. If you just type it in the search box, it'll pop right up.
That is really amazing. Well, Tamarind Washington, thank you so much for your time, and again, welcome to Quintin's Close Ups.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored.
Thank you. You really will. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.